You didn't ask for it, but you need to hear it. Hot takes and bold opinions today on one mom's sharing demand. The sex is coming from inside the house. Science is decking the halls. And because it's a holiday week, a Thanksgiving themed Would You Rather.
Yay!
We're going to say what needs to be said, even if no one asked. She is Rebekah Black. I am Dan O'Malley, and this is Unsolicited. Is demanding the new sharing?
If you're at the beach and your child has toys like buckets and shovels, please teach them to share with other kids that are at the beach as well. I brought my children to the beach and I was like, you know what? We're not going to get no shovels, no buckets, nothing like that, because there's kids usually there that have them and we could just ask to borrow them. There was a family at the beach and they had buckets, they had shovels, they had, those little molding things for the sand and stuff like that. I told my daughter, go play with them. Go get a bucket and like come and, play with it. The mother screams at my daughter and she's like, excuse me, what are you doing? I'm like, what? She's playing with the toys. She can't play with them? She's like, absolutely not. I'm like, you're very rude. You're disgusting. This is disgusting behavior in front of your children. So now I had to come to the Dollar Tree and my husband had to get off and buy her some toys for the sand. Y'all need to normalize that if you bring toys to the beach, please go ahead and let other kids use them.
It takes a lot of courage as a young mother to post on social media the moment that you learned that you just might have to provide for your own children.
Like, who does that? Who plans a beach trip and is like, we're not going to take any beach toys for the kids?
We'll just play with everybody else's?
Right? And then, like, the further she gets into this, I'm like, did your kids even ask if they could play with the other kids and their toys? Because it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like they just approached, took, and went away.
Yes, because the mother there says in the video, she says, just go over there and play with those kids' toys.
Yeah.
Just pick them up and start playing with them. What is wrong with you?
No, you have to ask politely first, and then maybe it's okay for the kids to let you play with the toys.
I don't think this is an age-related thing. I would like to think that 15-year-old me would feel the same as 45, 46-year-old now me feels, which is you have to ask permission to touch or play with or take things that are not yours.
Correct. You don't just get to go and pick it up. Technically, that is stealing. If we're going to get nitpicky about it, picking up somebody else's stuff and then just playing with it like it's your own, that is stealing. When little kids do that are like 2 and 3 year olds, what is the first thing that we say? Like, no, ask politely if you can play with that.
They say sharing is caring.
Yeah.
But the idea of sharing is that it is up to you.
Correct. Yes, you get a choice in the matter.
Yeah, it's not you hanging out on the beach, drinking a sun cruiser, maybe reading, one of those fairy princess book things, and then all of a sudden some child comes over and just runs off with your child's beach toys like they're theirs.
Exactly. You paid for it. Those are yours. You own them. That kid is technically stealing them from you.
I look.
Let's call the cops. I'd call the cops on those kids.
Where was that episode of Baywatch?
Right?
I need David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson to come in here and regulate on some beach toys, please.
Absolutely.
That was an important lesson that they should have imparted on that show to all of us watching at home. Had they done that, maybe this young woman would have known that you can't just use and play with things that aren't yours. My God, this is basic stuff.
Yes. Like, can you imagine being at Starbucks and you're on your laptop and you get up to go get some coffee and somebody else is like, I'm just sending a quick email. Can you imagine?
I'm just sending a quick 911. It is stunning. And you're right. When you think about it, if you apply it to some other items,
right,
it begins to unravel how ridiculous this is. to feel entitled to play with somebody else's stuff.
Yeah, well, like we've talked about the entitlement aspect many a time over on this podcast, and I'm like, what is the deal with that? Why does everybody think that they are entitled to something else, to something that another child has? That is crazy talk.
Yeah. It's not like there's a community toy chest at the beach. If there
Correct.
is and a child is playing with the toy, you should still ask, "Hey, can I play
Yes.
with that? Or can I play with that when you're done?" But when there's no community toy box, it's just other people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is the biggest, fattest no I can think of.
Yeah.
Another example. Not that we really need any more than the one on the beach in front of us
Correct.
of whether or not your kid should be allowed to, just play with other people's stuff. Let's stay on the beach for a minute.
Okay.
Is it okay if someone goes into your cooler and takes one of your Mick Ultras?
No, it's not. You ask.
No.
You ask before you dig in through somebody's ice chest. It's just common courtesy 101 that clearly somebody hasn't been taking this course. How is it that, like, I don't understand how you don't know that this isn't okay?
I don't either. And look, I don't like blaming parents for certain things because I don't think it's fair if you have a child behaving badly that it's always the parent's fault. In this
Sure.
case, it's a mother behaving badly, but she has or had parents that raised her. And the reason why I say I fall short of trying to blame parents a lot is because I have seen it with my own eyes and my own family, my wife's family, that you can have two kids, you can
Mhm.
have siblings in the same house, raised by the same people, and have two wildly different outcomes. Okay?
Absolutely. Yes.
So her parents may have done everything properly and said, no, you have to ask permission. You can't just take stuff. But it didn't sink into her head. She obviously feels, and this is an important thing, she feels that it's her right or her kid's right to play with toys on the beach that are not hers or theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing you're wrong is one thing, but she truly
Yeah.
feels at her core that she is right. And
Right.
that is frightening.
It is, because I don't think any amount of convincing or talking to this lady is ever going to change her mind about the situation. It's almost like, because the beach is a free space for anybody to go to, those toys must be as well.
And so is the LA County lifeguard pickup truck. So is the sheriff's four-wheeler. I get to play with that.
Yeah.
If that's your paddleboard, I get to play with that, whether
Mhm.
I asked you or not. Oh, is that your yacht that's moored out there about 30 yards? I'm going to go play on that for a while without asking permission, which, by the way, if you do that, that's piracy.
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. I think even if you brought up all of those legitimate options, like you can't just go play with somebody's boat, you can't just go play with the lifeguard's car, right? Even if you brought that up, she'd be like, well, it's not that big of a deal because it's just toys. And that does not change the situation. Just because it's an object that costs, under $10 versus a yacht that costs $1 million, it doesn't change the story here.
Plus, what is it that you are teaching your children?
That
Like
is
she wants everyone else to normalize her poor behavior
correct.
that she thinks is good. She thinks is okay. That's scary. But on top of it, she is teaching her kids that this is okay.
Right. But I can promise you, if it had been shoe on the other foot situation and a kid came up and took their toys without asking if they could play with it, she would have lost her mind.
I would have loved to have seen that.
Right.
I absolutely would love to see that because I love holding a mirror up to people and showing them what they're doing and
Yes.
who they are. People hate that.
They
by the way.
really do. And I'm like, but you're seeing the real you. You understand that. No, they don't. They don't want to see the real them. They want to be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, with no repercussions.
Yeah, and the mirror that I hold up isn't your favorite mirror in your house that you look best in.
Right.
I'm holding up the mirror that makes you look god awful the way you look to everybody else.
It's the one in every department store that's poorly lit, and you look 12 sizes bigger than you really are. That's the one that we're holding up.
You're damn right. That's the one. That's the mirror I'm going to point right at you.
Yeah.
Not the good one in the elevator with the overhead lighting
Nope.
and you look just right. Not the one maybe your master bathroom where you're
Nope.
like, yeah, I could get it. No, this is going to be the one that looks like it came out of a fun house,
Yeah.
except it's the real version that everybody else sees. All right. Now, just so we're officially on the record, we can put this to rest.
Okay.
Do your kids have to share their toys at the beach?
I think if I'm raising them right and they're asked if they want to, from other kids to share toys, I think they say yes, absolutely, they share toys. Do they have to? No, but I'm going to raise my kids to share because I think sharing is caring. What do you think?
Oh,
are your kids going to have to share?
No.
Oh.
No, they're not. No. You go get your own toys.
Interesting.
Because what if
okay, there's always a caveat for you, Dan.
Yeah, there is. I'm always going to have a loophole.
Okay.
What if your kid takes my kid's toy shovel into the water and then gets eaten by a shark? Now, my kid doesn't have a shovel to make sandcastles.
I mean, at that point, we're splitting hairs over priorities here, right? Never mind that
I'm not splitting
an eaten child.
I'm not splitting hairs. The shark is.
Good point. You're right. And I'm very sorry that your kid has lost a shovel in the process. How sad, how tragic for your kid.
Don't take my kid's beach toys. Otherwise, that shark named Karma's going to eat it.
Your loophole is so insane. No, I love it. I welcome it. I welcome insanity at its finest. You really took a lot of time to think that one through, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate you appreciating
You're
it.
welcome. I think you're wrong, but
no, I didn't say it was right. Look, if anytime a loophole involves arterial spray, that's probably not the best thing. Am I overreacting? Are you ready for this, Rebekah?
Let's hear it.
Am I overreacting about my nanny family having sex during the day?
Whoa. Okay.
This is juicy.
Yeah, more info, please.
I am a full-time nanny for a stay-at-home mom with an 8-month-old baby. The baby is honestly perfect. So sweet and happy. Naps great. I've been with the family for about 7 months now. The mom and dad are both amazing employers. They're super nice to me. The mom gets me Starbucks and acai bowls. Even makes me lunch sometimes. I make $32 an hour with great benefits in a MCOL median cost of living area. So overall, this is a dream job. Here's my only issue. I'm pretty sure the parents are having sex during the dad's lunch break, maybe every day or every other day.
Ooh, they trying for baby number 2.
They go to their room and I never see anything inappropriate, but sometimes I hear what I think might be the bed moving.
Okay.
It's not loud or anything, just enough to make me realize what's going on.
Oh no. Ooh.
Afterward, her hair is messy, clothes are changed, that kind of thing. Today, I asked the mom what she was up to when she came out of the room, and she didn't really say much. I kind of jokingly said, "Oh, were you napping?" And she got a little red and awkward. That pretty much confirmed it for me. I know they're married adults, and it's their house.
Yeah.
But it still makes me feel a little uncomfortable since I'm there taking care of their baby. They're not being disrespectful or obvious, but it just feels weird. Would it be totally out of line to ask them not to do that while I'm working? Or am I overreacting and should just let it go? They really are such a great family, and I don't want to make things awkward. If this is just me being overly sensitive, what would you do?
Oh my God, who cares? They're not doing anything in front of you. Who cares? Like, why is I'm baffled by like why this is why they hired you, so they can take 30 minutes and go get a little quickie in and then everybody go back to work. I'm sorry, this is part of your job. You're just supposed to watch the kid while they get to have a little bit of alone time. I don't think it's any different if like you hire a babysitter to go to a hotel. You know what's happening there, right? Why is it different if it's in the own house?
Her job is to babysit, not to wonder.
Correct. Like, we're not, nobody's paying you for that. You're literally there to watch the child, the end.
I didn't want to go so far as to say no one pays you to think.
But yeah, nobody's paying you to think here.
If baby, watch baby, that's really mostly it.
And if you're hearing something that you maybe think is sex or whatever, you can easily go elsewhere in the house with the child that you're watching. Or if you truly think it's weird or whatever, you can talk to the wife. Just be open and honest and be like, hey, I hear it's making me uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah. And whether she chooses to keep you on it, a nanny at that point is up to her. But who cares? You're getting paid.
That's a good job. 32 bucks an hour plus benefits.
Like, you've got it made. Yes, ignore the noises. Move on.
I have a very simple solution to this.
Okay.
Just grab the baby, put the baby in the stroller,
yeah,
and go for a walk.
Or the park, whatever. There are so many options here to get you out of the house when you feel a little bit uncomfortable about the noises coming from the bedroom.
Also, headphones.
Yes. And it's a baby. They've got noisemakers. They've got those like the wind tunnel that you turn on for their naps. Just go in the room, turn that on really loud so you don't have to hear anything.
Sorry, it just gives new meaning to that song, Sex Machine. Did you have you ever watched Modern Family?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you know when Phil and Claire install the lock on their bedroom door?
Yes, I've seen it. I can't remember all of the details of the episode though.
So one of the kids catches them having sex,
right?
And they're completely mortified. And so for like their anniversary, I think is what it was. For their anniversary, the kids get them a big deadbolt. The problem is when the parents go into the bedroom and bolt the door, you can hear it throughout the entire house because it's such a big deadbolt. So they actually kind of made it worse. So when they hear the kunk, they know that Phil and Claire are, getting down and dirty.
Right.
So you know what? The only wrinkle to this that I can see is maybe possibly an HR issue because they are her employers. And once you use the word uncomfortable to your employer or to your manager type of situation, that can get real sketchy in an HR environment. I don't know how much that applies to, this.
Because technically the HR that she's going to is the other partner that is having sex. So I don't know that.
Which is a conflict of interest.
I'm not saying it isn't, but
that's the only thing that provides any sort of a hang on, is just because if she was to have some sort of issue, I don't know, because we're based in Texas, so Texas has the Texas Workforce Commission. I don't know if this type of employment would fall under their purview, but I think it probably would. So I don't know if there's some type of complaint you file there, or if in other states they have, wherever this happened, if they have a similar setup, like if, it's like if you have an actual complaint against your employer, but you can't go to HR because HR is the employer. So that's the only thing that could get weird.
But does the dynamic change though, because it's actually in their home where there are bedrooms and a bed and closed doors? It's not like they're doing it in the closet hallway at their corporate offices.
Yeah, this isn't one of those clips of family therapy that you might accidentally stumble on. My point is, you're right. They're not doing it in front of you and pretending nothing is weird or wrong about that.
Right.
It's
Also, I'm like, I don't know. Would this make you quit if you had this job and you were in this scenario and you think you maybe heard them doing it? Because there's no
you,
real proof. We have no proof that they actually are doing it. What if they're just moving furniture around?
oh, I think they are.
I mean, I think they are doing it. Of course they are.
No, I think they're
Yeah,
moving furniture
yeah.
around. They're just doing it with their body parts.
Yeah, no doubt. 100% that's accurate. But she has no definitive proof. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Other than what she's heard a couple of times. She has no real evidence. So I don't
Yeah.
think this case holds up in court.
Probably not. And here's another thing that is important to keep in mind: perspective.
Yes.
You got a good job. You're getting paid $32 an hour to babysit an 8-month-old with a family that provides food, coffee, smoothie bowls, and benefits. The alternative is to find another job. You may not like that job.
Correct.
The next job may be way worse. So it's important to think about what you have and what your life would look like if you suddenly did not have it.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, you're thinking your biggest problem is your employers having nooners when you're taking care of the baby in another part of the house is not that big of a deal.
Because here's the I don't know if this makes us really messed up, because I know both you and I have probably had worse off situations in radio, and we stuck it out for like what, 20 something years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I would pray to have a job that is this good, and oh my god, I have to put up with a few noises for a whole 15 minutes every afternoon. Big freaking deal.
Sign me up. I'll take that kid. Now
I have had objects thrown at my head at work and no one cared. So calm down.
for about 6-7 years of my life, every 5 minutes was a viable HR complaint.
Correct.
Thinking something might be going on in another room and you're not even sure about it is not a real problem.
No, not at all. I can 100% compartmentalize that and shut it down as if it's not happening. Not a problem.
And by the way, I have actually dealt with that with one of my previous radio jobs where people were having sex in the next room and they weren't quiet about it and they told everybody.
I think we have all had that incident. Ours was in the prize closet, which had the t-shirts and the stickers that you get to hand out to other people with God knows what kinds of bodily fluids all over them. So yeah, I get it. And we all looked away.
Sometimes we didn't. If your Christmas decorations are already up, I have good news.
Oh.
According to science, people who decorate early for Christmas are happier.
Okay, I have a question. If my decorations, some of them are left up from last year, does that count?
I'm going to need to explore your loophole a little more in depth before I give you my final answer on that.
This is just sheer laziness. We missed a few things, and the hutch is still decorated for Christmas.
I don't think this scientific study of early decorating makes you happier applies to just leaving it up.
It probably doesn't. I don't think so.
I think they would just come to the same conclusion that you did, which is you're not happy, you're just lazy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But I get it.
And hey, that's okay. If you like it, if you like your Christmas tree up year round, by God, you do you.
I agree. I'm like, there's no official date as to when you're supposed to put up your tree. And even if there was, and it makes you happier to put it up a week and a half early, you go right ahead and you do you.
Turns out putting up your tree early means you're overall happier. Psychologists suggest that decorating early for Christmas can make people happier by triggering nostalgia
Yeah.
and excitement for joyful times.
See?
It taps into childhood memories,
Mhm.
sparks anticipation, and can even improve emotional well being. Everything about that sentence is true to me.
Yeah, like who wouldn't want all of those things? And if putting up your Christmas tree early does all of that for you, that's the best medicine possible.
I had an interesting childhood. Um, Without getting too dark,
Mhm.
it wasn't all Christmas lights and Santa and cookies.
Yeah.
Um, but for all the dark times and things that happened, Christmas, for whatever reason,
Mhm.
was a pocket of joy and happiness. And because of that, the lights shone brighter. You know, the the hot apple cider that we drank tasted sweeter. The candy in my stocking tasted better.
Yeah.
Everything about the holidays was so good because I wasn't being beaten throughout it like I
I
was the rest of the year.
right.
So it basically amplified my Christmas feelings.
Sure.
And that carried over into adulthood like crazy.
Yeah.
But that's also the reason why I don't leave Christmas up all year, because if I do, then that joy fades and I just get too used to it.
Which I agree with that 100% because if you're around it all the time, it's going to dull your senses to it.
Yeah. I mean, look at any movie involving a Christmas elf who's just had it.
Yeah. There's a breaking point for everyone.
I know. After a few hundred years, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I think I am ready for a change.
Like, for the love of God, if I hear jingle bells one more time.
Yeah. So yes, the research does say that it taps into the early Christmas
Yeah.
decorating, taps into childhood memories, sparks anticipation, and can even improve emotional well-being. Experts also reckon it's not often that experts reckon.
Is this a Texas expert? Because that's what it sounds like.
It does sound like it. Techsperts also reckon
There you go.
festive vibes can help build social connections and make your space feel more welcoming. The study points out that the earlier you embrace the festive spirit, the longer you can enjoy its psychological benefits. So, are you for or against early decorating?
If I'm being honest, I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I think earlier when I was younger, I used to be a hard like, no, we have to wait till after Thanksgiving. Um, but the older you get, I think the more you start to realize that you want to do things that give you joy in life, and you want to spend more time on things that give you joy and less time on things that make you unhappy. So I'm all in. Go for it. You want to start decorating in October? You do it. I don't care.
You mentioned it right then, and you mentioned it a few minutes ago. As far as what is the date?
Hmm.
What's the? I know everyone's got it a little bit different, but I feel like we can narrow it down to a zone
Sure.
of when is the quote unquote appropriate time to decorate for Christmas.
I, and this is, I think, just based on like what my family did growing up, and it was always the day after Thanksgiving. You had this big, wonderful, awesome family meal, and it sort of is this little send off into the rest of the holidays. So it just sort of times out right that you pull out the tree and you start decorating, and you have all these fond memories of all the ornaments that you've collected over the years, stuff like that. I think that might be the official ish date.
It is here on the Unsolicited show. The day
Okay.
after Thanksgiving is the official put up your tree, time to decorate for Christmas Day, because in my family, that's the day we did it as well. To me, it's the one that just makes the most logical sense.
Agreed.
There could be an argument made for, December 1st. You want to wait till actual December. But to me, with feeling and logic combined, day after Thanksgiving, that makes the most sense. You get everything done on Thanksgiving, and then the next day, Friday, you start pulling everything out of the attic or up out of the basement and out onto the yard and onto the house.
Now, have you ever gone early? Or do you always stay true to your day after Thanksgiving?
I think during COVID, we might have started a few days early,
Yeah.
like maybe the weekend before we started putting some stuff up. But That's also because we were the crazy decorators in the neighborhood, so we
Oh.
getting a head start never hurts.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I also think there's something to the idea of, like, for people who do start early, of it's only up for a limited amount of time, so you wanna be able to enjoy it a little bit longer because you do a
Yeah.
lot of hard work to get it all together. So I think, when you start early, you get to enjoy it for a month and a half rather than just a month.
Yeah. What about when it's over? What's the takedown date?
I'm so bad at that. I
Clearly.
hate taking down Christmas stuff. There was one year where I had Christmas garland going down the stairwell, and I left that up till April. And it wasn't until we had our floors redone that somebody doing our floors shamed me into taking it down.
What they say.
They didn't care. It was just the fact that somebody was coming into my house and seeing that I still had up dusty Christmas decorations. I was like, well, I'll go ahead and take these down.
They didn't shame you. That's your own damn guilt.
Yeah, 100%. It was like, I'm embarrassed. I'm literally embarrassed to still have Christmas decorations up in April. So I'm going to go ahead and take these down. If I hadn't had the floors done, they may still have been up.
I was talking to the girl at the coffee shop the other day, and she said that she still has her Christmas tree up from last year as well. And I asked her, I was like, well, is it still decorated for Christmas, or do you strip it and it's just a tree in the corner, or do you decorate it for the season?
Oh, yeah, because a lot of people do that.
Yeah, so if you do keep your tree up for whatever reason, like it's a pain to put up and take down, whatever, I can see if someone's like, okay, Christmas is done, take off the Christmas stuff, and then put on Valentine's Day
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
And then you can turn it into a St. Patrick's tree.
Yep.
And then maybe a Flag Day tree.
I was like, you could do a summer theme with like flip-flops and pool rafts.
Yeah, you can have a summer tree with flip-flops and a hula skirt and a
Yeah.
coconut bra, sure.
You could do a lot of things with that. And if that's your jam, so be it. I'm not going to do a summer tree, if I'm being honest. That's too much for me.
If I'm going to do a summer tree, it's going to be the Borat of Christmas trees. It is Thanksgiving week, so we decided to play Thanksgiving Would You Rather.
This could get crazy.
It could, just like a real Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving Would You Rather might get crazy.
I can't
Round
wait.
1. Yeah, round 1. Food.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, would you rather, Thanksgiving, would you rather eat only turkey for a whole week or only mashed potatoes for a week?
Mashed potatoes. That's an easy answer.
I need a qualifier.
I'm like, turkey's not all that great.
I just need to know, am I losing or gaining weight in this scenario? Because if I eat only turkey for a whole week, I may
Right.
come out after that week looking pretty darn good.
Yeah.
If I only eat mashed potatoes for a week, I'm going to look like mashed potatoes.
Yeah, no, I get that. Let's pretend that we don't gain any weight from whatever we're eating.
Mashed potatoes all day, every day.
All
If you say
day.
anything other than that, you are psychotic.
Right? Like, turkey's my least favorite part of Thanksgiving. I just want the sides. That's literally all I came for, is the sides. They're the stars.
You're here for the side party.
Yeah, absolutely. So mashed potatoes, bring it. The bigger the spoon, the better.
Okay, in that case, do you do any of the cooking for Thanksgiving?
I mean, I have, but we don't. No, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Let's just go with
All
no.
Let me I'll approach it this way. What sides are on your ideal Thanksgiving dinner table?
For sure, dressing.
Okay.
I think I like the sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving because I like to kind of mix it or whatever. Those are my two favorites.
How sweet on the sweet potatoes? Because my mom wants her sweet potatoes like it's some sort of New Orleans dessert. It's got to be swimming in marshmallow type of stuff. It's no longer a sweet potato. It's just, a sugar bomb with some starch.
Yeah, no, that's how I want it. I'm the same. I feel you. Your mom is correct on that. What about you?
Butter, sugar, a little bit of sweet potato.
Yeah. Yeah. The more calories that you can pack on top of a sweet potato, the better it's going to be.
I feel like at a certain point it can get a little too much, but yeah.
I haven't gotten
Okay.
there yet, so I'll let you know when that happens.
You'll know when you
Yes.
need insulin.
When I'm diabetic and in a
Yeah.
coma.
When you need your A1C checked before, during, and after the meal. All right. Okay, number 2. Would you rather live in a world where pumpkin pie exists but no whipped cream ever again, or you can have the whipped cream but never eat pumpkin pie?
Yeah, I want the whipped cream and no pumpkin pie. I mean, I like pumpkin pie okay, but whipped cream goes on a lot of different things and it's delicious by itself. So I'm going to say whipped cream.
All right.
How about you?
I'm going to go, give me the pumpkin pie.
Really?
I can live without the whipped cream, yeah.
What? But you could put whipped cream in your coffee. It goes on chocolate cream pie or coconut cream pie. You can eat it by itself.
A lot of times, the whipped cream to me, it doesn't need to be there. I appreciate it if it is, but it's not something that has to be. So I'm good at pumpkin pie. I'm fine with naked pumpkin pie.
I'm fine with a naked pumpkin pie as well, but I literally eat it one time a year, and that is at Thanksgiving, and that's it. Whipped cream, though, it comes out at our house a lot. Oh, wait, that sounded really bad.
Or really good. Yeah.
It's not the good way, I promise. It's the edible way.
Number 3. Would you rather your gravy be too salty every year or too watery every year?
Watery gravy is got to be the biggest abomination on the planet. So I can maybe fix it with the salt. So give me the salty gravy.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I would much rather have too much flavor than none.
Same. I think if I add some more pepper to it, I could probably balance out the salt. Whereas watery, there's literally nothing you can do.
Yeah, I mean, if the gravy's too salty, I can just do like a drop of it.
Yeah.
Would you rather cook the entire Thanksgiving meal solo or do all the dishes afterward?
Before you even finished, I was like, I know my answer. I would much rather cook the meal. I do not want to clean. Hell no.
There is nothing worse.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than Thanksgiving dishes.
Because there's so many. There's so many.
Every plate, every utensil, every serving thing in your house is dirty. And not just kind of dirty. It is like caked on dirty.
Yeah, and it's even the stuff that you like never use. Like you don't use all of it in the year or whatever, so you're bringing out the things that have never been touched.
Still have some of previous Thanksgivings on them.
Yes.
All right, let's go to family now for Thanksgiving. Would you rather? Would you rather sit at the kids' table all night or be stuck at the adults' table all night?
Kids' table, I think.
They just did a study on this. 47% of people said they would rather be at the kids' table than the adults' table.
I mean, adults like to get into weird things over the holidays, and sometimes it's really heavy, or then they like to talk about people who are dying or have moved on. And I'm like, give me the kids all day. Let's play with toys.
Yeah. And also somehow it comes up, the adults start talking about, medical tests, and results and growths and
and it only gets worse. The older the people are, the more they talk about like bowel movements and such. And I don't want to be a part of that.
No, I'll take the kids' table. But if they bring up the Epstein files, I'll move.
At that point, I feel like game over. Thanksgiving is done. We've got to go.
Number 6. Would you rather explain what you do for work to every relative individually or answer, so dating anyone 10 times?
Oof, that's a tough one.
Think back to your single days.
I think I'm going to choose the dating one. And I know that sounds weird, and I'm only referencing it because there was one year at Thanksgiving and I had just been fired, and I had a relative that really was excited to bring up that I had been fired. Yeah. So then I had to explain to everybody like what really happened and all that good stuff. And that was not fun. So give me the dating.
Yeah, radio employment is very different than standard employment,
Yeah.
and everything is public, but not everything is public knowledge, if that makes.
Correct.
I would absolutely rather do the dating question than explain my job and its inner and outer workings to anybody.
Yeah.
Would you rather accidentally set off the smoke detector during dinner or spill cranberry sauce in front of everyone?
Cranberry sauce. I think that's the path of least annoyance.
I have sensitive ears. I'd rather spill the cranberry
Yeah.
sauce.
I feel you.
I don't like the beeping.
No.
It hurts my baby ears.
I get it.
Speaking of beeping, round 3, holiday chaos.
Okay.
Would you rather fight the Black Friday crowd for a doorbuster television or assemble a kid's toy with 137 tiny screws
I mean, both of them sound really fun.
with one tiny Allen wrench?
One teeny tiny where you have to twist it around and around and around. And you're going to think I'm insane because I'm going to choose the kid's toy because I'm weirdly good at that stuff.
You are a freak along with my wife because she will absolutely probably take putting together the toy with the tiny Allen wrench and the tiny screws.
Black Friday is the most overwhelming time that you will ever spend in a store. And I'm not going to wait out in a line. I'm not going to get up at 6 a.m. for any of this. It's all nonsense insanity. So I would much rather choose the toy.
Whether I go to Black Friday in search of a discount TV or I try to assemble the kid's toy with 137 tiny screws with a tiny Allen wrench, I'm going to be battered and bruised either way. So I would at least prefer to get a TV out of it.
I mean, hey, I get it. You know, you would rather have a prize at the end of the tunnel. I get it. The kid's toy is no reward other than knowing that you did it.
Yeah. And I can punch another person. I'm not allowed to punch kids' toys anymore. My wife said so.
It's funny that you've said that, though, because I literally had that moment of consideration where I was like, well, if I go on Black Friday, I get to hit people.
You have to get some stuff out.
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said for getting some of those aggressions out. Do you do Black Friday, though?
What's that?
Do you do Black Friday?
No. Oh, we did it like once or twice only because we really needed something or wanted something specific, and it was just a freakishly good, like a laptop. It's like it's such a good deal. Like, all right, we'll wake up and go do that.
Yeah, okay.
Would you rather host in a house with no air conditioning or travel 6 hours in holiday traffic?
I think if I were 20 years old, I would have said the no AC. But now that I am a woman of a certain age, that would fill me with rage. So
and that is not a safe house to be in.
Not at all. So I'm going to choose 6 hours in a vehicle because at the very least, I have air conditioning in the vehicle. I also have my cell phone.
Amen. Speaking of phones, would you rather have your phone die during the entire family gathering or the Wi-Fi tank during the football game?
Oh, I don't care about football. Wi-Fi can tank during that. That's fine.
Somewhere your football coach
I know
felt a tremor in the force.
I know. I think if it was college football, different story but they don't play on Thanksgiving, so I'm okay with it. What about you?
All right.
I mean, look, you have to either talk to your family or not watch football.
I'm going to watch the football. I don't want to talk. Wait, no, I got to talk to my family and watch football.
Wait, what?
I don't want to. Whichever one involves me not talking to the family. That's the one I want.
I've forgotten what the original scenario was.
You know what? Forget it. Let's go. Let's go to the turkey. Would you rather carve into a turkey and realize it's bone dry or realize it's slightly undercooked?
Bone dry. I can do turkey jerky all day. You can't. I don't want to come back from salmonella.
Yeah. It's hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Give me the dried turkey. That's where my salty gravy comes in. That also sounds bad. Number 12. Would you?
Oh, this is supposed to be like a special Thanksgiving episode, and I feel like we've already ruined it twice in this segment.
Look, I could make it worse. And I know you can too.
Yep.
We're being very well behaved
Yep.
considering.
Yep.
Would you rather dress as a turkey for the whole day or speak in Old English for an hour?
Oh my God. Old English.
That sounds like fun.
We could just do that now.
I couldn't. I mean, I remember my AP English teacher, my senior year of high school, he made us read the Canterbury Tales in the Old English. That was how dedicated Mr. Brandon was at Lamar High School.
I love that so much. That's some real learning right there. Because I would have taken in every single thing about the Canterbury Tales if we were all doing it in Old English.
He was the only one that could. Like he would call it other people trying to say it and be like, "Hey, it just ain't gonna happen."
Honestly, I think if all of our childhood classes had been done in Old English, I would be so much smarter because
I think that's how kids with dyslexia feel every day. Would you rather have surprise guests show up with 3 uninvited plus ones or run out of dessert halfway through serving?
I'm a biggie about dessert, but I don't like unexpected guests. So I'm going to say run out of dessert.
I'm saying the same thing. No one. I don't let people in if they don't ask first.
Exactly. If I don't know that you're coming, the door is going to say shut and I'll wave at you through the window and scoot you on your way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's the best kind of turkey? Oven baked, smoked, or deep fried?
It's turkey. It's all gross. Oven baked, I guess.
Oh, you just don't know good turkey.
Are you a deep fryer? Is that the situation?
Yep.
Are you really good at it? I don't know anybody that's been really good at the deep fry of a turkey.
Yep.
Well,
taught by my father-in-law. I know how to do it. I know the exact formula for it. I know what to inject in that sucker. Now, there is a fourth option here.
Okay.
There are turkey air fryers.
Really?
And I highly recommend one. We have the charbroiled turkey air fryer. It is almost exactly the same as a deep fried turkey, just with zero chance of blowing yourself up or your house.
That was going to be my next question. Is it safer?
Well, okay, I shouldn't say zero chance because it is still operated with a tank of propane.
Okay.
But the overall lack of oil is helpful.
I was like, it's not the propane that's the issue. It's that if your turkey has even one speck of water on it, it will kaboom. Yes?
What happens is the water that's on the turkey will then react with the hot oil, and then the oil will then overflow. When the oil then comes in contact with the flame, that's when you go boom.
Yeah.
And that's when you end up on the news.
Hey, I have a quick question. Is your only reason for the deep frying of the turkey is because there's an element of danger? Because I feel like that's the only reason why men actually deep fry turkeys is because it's like, look how cool I am deep frying this turkey right now.
No, it's not a cool factor thing because honest to God, every single time I dropped that turkey in the deep fryer, which by the way, there was no dropping of the turkey. It was very slow and deliberate so you don't blow yourself up.
Right.
Every single time I did it, I was absolutely terrified.
I don't know how, that my anxiety, like I can feel that already, like that slow, like, oh God, please don't catch on fire. Please don't blow things up.
But that's how good it tastes. Is you're willing to become a human fireball for the best turkey of your life.
I'm going to need you to send me some turkey.
I think I can probably do that.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. Last one.
Okay.
Would you rather take the perfect fall foliage photo or make the perfect leftovers sandwich?
Leftover sandwich.
Some of these are just too easy.
I know.
Leftover sandwich.
Like,
plus, being from Texas, fall foliage.
It's brown. It literally goes brown. That's not exciting.
In North Texas, from the Dallas-Fort Worth area where we're from, if you blink, you miss fall.
Exactly. Maybe if we lived like in Vermont or Boston or something like that, then I might be interested in the fall foliage picture. But I'm in Texas. It's brown. Give me the food.
Yeah, I'm here for the food. I want the food. Give me all the food. Go
Yes.
away when you give me the food, and then come back and take my plate, and you do the dishes.
Let me eat by myself in disgust in a corner without anybody watching. Okay?
Preferably with no mirror.
God, hell yeah. No mirror, no nothing. I don't want to be looked at. I don't want to be talked to. Just let me have my moment.
There's nothing like a little shame eating to set the holiday mood. If you are listening to us, follow the show so you don't miss an episode. Drop a 5-star review, share the show with a friend, and if you are watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. For Rebekah Black, I'm Dan O'Malley. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and this was Unsolicited.